Hey, it's Joe. Now that you've got your system up and running, I want to show you how to look at your leads. Hopefully you've already gotten to this. Hopefully you've been sending out emails and voice blasts, and you've been able to look at your leads. So I'm going to show you right now how you look at your email leads, and that's by going to Lead Response. And once you do that, you're going to see some of the leads that are coming in. You can see we've got quite a few of them. We've been doing it for a little bit longer than most people. Over here, it's going to show you that this person said no. This person, these haven't been categorized yet. These are brand new, and they need to be categorized based on what they say. This says thumbs up, that it's a yes. And this one here is a yes with a phone number. And you also have to remember that the categorization or the classification filters that we use on these emails works with a keyword algorithm that tries to determine whether or not it's a yes or a no or a yes with a phone number. If it can't determine it, then it puts up this little red question mark, and if it can determine them, then it gives it one of these things. But it's not always right. It's only right about 60 to 70% of the time. So sometimes you have to come in here and make the changes. When you get a yes or a yes with a phone number, you're going to get an email from the system with the email that came from that person. So let's take just an example lead out of here. There's somebody who said yes, and scroll over here and just see, he said, well, we could talk about that. What would you like to do, and how would we get started? And he's wanting an email response. So when that happens, this is a yes. He actually gets an email response automatically, and it's coming from a place called Contactor Plus. So he's going to get an automatic response that will lead him, it will give him a link to your rent-to-own seller site that's part of your clone site system, and explains to him what needs to be done. So it's actually working in the background. Now, one of the things that you can do with these leads that say yes but don't give you a phone number in their response, and sometimes they give you phone numbers in the ad and sometimes they don't, but it's worth taking a look to see if there's anything in the ad that might have that information. And this is the text information from the ad, but let's look at the actual original ad and see if it's still on the site. And it doesn't look like there's any phone numbers here that I can see. There's not a phone number down here. So this one doesn't have a phone number. But it's always worth looking to see if they do, just in case you can give them a call. Because if they're saying yes and want more information, it's worth your time to go ahead and do that. If you find out, if you look at this one, find out that it's really somebody saying no, I'm not interested, what you can do is click on this button here, and you can reclassify it as a thumbs down, and it'll take it out of the yes campaign in Contactor Plus, which is the email autoresponder, and it'll put it into the no campaign. We still follow up with people who say no, but we just do it a different way. We wait 3 weeks before we send them another email, and that email says, we're still interested in buying your house. And then 3 weeks later, it sends them another one, and 3 weeks later, it sends them another one, until they either work with us, or they die, or they unsubscribe. And there's a little link on all of these emails, by the way, that allow them to unsubscribe. Makes it very easy for them to do that. So, and let me show you the Contactor Plus setup. This just shows that it's set up here that in the yes, no, and yes with phone number, so that this is the campaign that's yes, that's why it's checked, and this is the campaign that's no, and this is yes with a phone number. Or I'm sorry, this is no, and this is yes with a phone number. And if you go to your Contactor Plus account, let me show you that real quick. The easiest way to get to your Contactor Plus account is to go to your clone site admin, scroll down the page to the autoresponder control panel, click on this link, it'll open up this page, and if I've got my passwords, put in the proper password, and it'll open it up. And if you scroll down the page here, and I haven't been using this particular account, this is a different one than is connected to the auto marketer that I was showing you, but they would be going into these, and you'd see how many people have gone in to those particular campaigns. We've used some of these other campaigns for other things like our buyer campaign and such. So I just want you to know how that's working, and when it goes into that Contactor Plus campaign, it's sending out those emails to follow up with those people. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't call them. Calling them is the most effective way of putting these deals together. So call as many of them as you can, and you're going to have a better conversion rate. Plus, it's going to get you up to bat talking to these people more times, which makes you better at it. The more you do it, the better you get at it, if you pay attention to what you're doing, and if you go back and listen to the Talking to Sellers audio video that's on the training tab over here. All right, good luck. Hope you enjoy it.